Have you ever stood by your front door, hand on the knob, taking a deep breath because you just want to go to the grocery store without it becoming an entire ordeal? Yeah, me too. Sometimes you don't want to make a political statement or be brave or be a pioneer. Sometimes you just want to buy your iced oat milk latte, run your errands, and go home without getting that lingering, dissecting stare from a stranger. Welcome back to My Life, My Rules. If you're new here, we talk about all things queer, identity, and just surviving in this beautiful, chaotic world. Today, we're getting real about something a lot of us think about but might be afraid to discuss openly. Passing. Specifically, actionable, everyday stealth tips to help you blend in safely as a woman in public. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's get one very important thing straight. Passing does not equal your worth as a woman. Your identity is valid exactly as you are right this second. But let's be honest. The reality of the world we live in means that sometimes blending in isn't just about vanity or validation. It is about safety. It is about protecting your peace of mind. It is a very real survival tool. So, if you want to fly under the radar and just exist quietly in public spaces, this video is for you. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's talk about the subtle art of stealth. The absolute biggest secret to blending in has nothing to do with your makeup or your clothes. Honestly, it's your energy. It is how you carry yourself. It's the quiet confidence of belonging. Think about it for a second. People in public are mostly wrapped up in their own worlds, looking at their phones, worrying about their own lives and errands. They only notice things that disrupt the pattern. If you walk into a room looking nervous, darting your eyes around, or constantly pulling down your shirt to adjust it, you are sending a subconscious signal that says, "Look at me, something is wrong." Instead, you have to practice walking with purpose. Keep your head up, relax your shoulders. When you look like you completely belong exactly where you are, people's brains will just gloss right over you. You become part of the background scenery. And when you're trying to be stealth, the background is exactly where you want to be. Let's talk about the physical space we take up, because this is a huge, subtle cue that people pick up on without even realizing it. Society conditions men and women to exist in physical spaces very differently. Women, generally speaking, are taught to make themselves smaller. I know it's annoying and deeply rooted in a patriarchal society, but we are playing the stealth game right now, so we have to use these societal codes to our advantage. Notice how you sit when you're on the train or at a cafe. Cross your legs at the knees or ankles instead of leaving them wide open. Keep your elbows closer to your body when you eat, drink, or check your phone. Use softer, more fluid hand gestures rather than rigid, choppy ones when you talk. And you really have to pay attention to the street nod. You know the one, that upward chin nod guys do when they pass each other on the sidewalk? Yeah, you've got to unlearn that immediately. Instead, when you make eye contact with a stranger, just offer a tight, polite little smile and a tiny tilt of the head down. It feels unnatural at first if you're not used to it, but it makes a massive difference in how you are perceived by passersby. Moving on to clothing. Here is the hard truth that a lot of us learn the hard way early in our transitions. If your goal is to blend in, you cannot dress like you are walking a high-fashion runway in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon. When we finally get to express our true selves, the temptation to go all out is so strong. We want the mini skirts, the high heels, the dramatic evening makeup. But hyper-feminine, over-the-top outfits actually draw way more attention to you. And attention is the absolute enemy of stealth. Look at the everyday women around you at the grocery store or the pharmacy. What are they wearing? Probably straight-leg jeans, simple oversized sweaters, athleisure, maybe a messy bun. You want to match the baseline of the environment you are in. Also, be mindful of proportions and fabrics. Stiff, heavy fabrics can make your frame look boxier, while soft, draped materials like chiffon or light cotton naturally cling and move in a way that softens your overall shape. High-waisted pants are your best friend because they elongate the legs and cinch the waist. Darker colors on top can minimize broad shoulders, while A-line skirts or flared jeans add volume to your lower half, creating a more traditionally feminine silhouette. And listen, I have to say it, the thick black velvet choker? It's iconic, it's cute, but it is also a very well-known trans girl staple. If you want to be completely stealth, swap the choker for a delicate, thin chain necklace. It distracts from the Adam's apple without drawing a giant neon circle around your neck area. Let's get into makeup, because this is where so much of the magic happens, but also where it's so incredibly easy to accidentally overdo it. Just like with clothes, daytime stealth makeup should be subtle and fresh. Heavy contouring, massive volume false lashes, and bright red lipstick at 2 in the afternoon will get you clocked simply because it's completely out of place for running errands. For everyday blending in, focus on your base. Color correcting is your absolute lifeline. Find a good peach or orange color corrector to gently tap over any beard shadow before you apply your foundation. This completely cancels out that bluish-gray undertone that shaving leaves behind. When it comes to foundation, less is always more. If you cake it on, it gathers in fine lines and actually emphasizes any skin texture or stubble. Use a damp beauty sponge to press a lightweight, dewy foundation or tinted moisturizer into your skin so it looks natural and glowing. Soften your facial features by applying blush slightly higher up on your cheekbones, blending it upwards toward your temples. And do not forget your eyebrows. A softer, slightly thinner, and more gently arched brow instantly feminizes a face. Avoid drawing them on like thick, harsh blocks. Take a fine-tipped pencil and draw tiny, hair-like strokes to create a softer, more delicate frame for your eyes. We also really need to touch on the one thing that gives so many of us crippling, stay-awake-at-night anxiety. The voice. Voice training is a long, exhausting journey, and if you aren't where you want to be yet, that is completely okay and normal. But for quick, everyday public interactions, there are a few tricks you can pull out. Remember that it's not just about raising your pitch. A super high falsetto sounds strained and will turn heads. Instead, focus on your resonance. Try to speak from your lips and the front of your mouth rather than letting the sound vibrate deep down in your chest. Add more musicality to your sentences. Women naturally tend to use a wider range of intonation, letting their voices rise and fall gently, whereas male voices are often much more monotone and flat. Also, think about the vocabulary you use. Adding softeners to your language, like saying "could I possibly get" instead of just "give me," goes a long, long way. It is a subtle linguistic shift that blends right into those subconscious gender expectations. And if you're at a cash register and you're terrified your voice will give you away, just keep it incredibly brief. A soft, breathy hi, a polite thank you, and a warm smile are literally all you need to get through the transaction. You don't have to strike up a deep conversation about the weather. Give yourself permission to just be the quiet, mysterious woman in line. Finally, let's talk about the most stressful environment of all, the public restroom. This is the ultimate test of situational awareness and staying calm. When you walk into a public restroom, act exactly like every other woman in there, completely disinterested in everyone else. Keep your head down, walk directly to an open stall, lock the door, and do your business. Do not make awkward eye contact, do not linger at the mirrors applying lip gloss for 10 minutes, and do not overly apologize if you accidentally bump into someone. Just a quick "excuse me," wash your hands, and walk out. Again, it all comes back to that quiet confidence. If you act like you belong in there, 99% of the time, no one is going to question it for a second. Always trust your gut, though. If a situation or a space ever feels genuinely unsafe or hostile, turn around and leave immediately. Your physical safety is always more important than proving you belong in a specific room. Look, I know all of this can sound completely exhausting. Constantly policing your own body, monitoring the pitch of your voice, picking apart your outfits in the mirror. It takes a massive mental toll. It is okay to feel tired. It is okay to be deeply frustrated that we even have to think about these things just to buy a coffee in peace. But I want you to remember that these stealth tips are exactly that. They are just tools in your toolbox. You get to decide when, where, and if you want to use them. Some days you might want to blend in and be invisible, and other days you might feel empowered to stand out, be vibrantly and visibly trans, and take up all the space you so rightfully deserve. Both of those choices are completely valid, and both choices make you no less of a woman. You are beautiful, you are resilient, and you are surviving in a world that is still learning how to understand you. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate the little victories, like getting correctly gendered by a tired barista, or finally finding a pair of jeans that makes your hips look amazing. We are all in this together, and you have an entire community right here cheering you on every single step of the way. If you found these tips helpful, or if you just want to stick around and be part of the My Life, My Rules family, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow and helps these videos reach the people who might need them the most. I would also absolutely love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your own stealth tips, or just vent about the things that drive you crazy when you're out in public. This channel is a safe space, and your experiences matter so much to me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being exactly who you are, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, beautiful.